My friends, welcome to another episode of the Nuclear Heatwave Wrestling Podcast, brought to you by Mafia Sports Report. I, as always, am Dr. Love, and of course, we have Sauce Bronson with us, and I only have two words to say: acknowledge us. So,
Listen, I'm the light-skinned man with the ashy hands, always trying to see what's up with Dr. Love's plan.
There you go. Again, patent pending on that right there.
Shout out to Dr. Love over there. I've been trying to get this man to make a blue universal title for like 3 years.
Yeah.
Better late than never.
Yeah, you know, it's just one of those things, man. Like, there's always different belts that come out that I either start working on it, don't finish, or other smaller projects, because that's a bigger project. And I said, you know what, I'm going to finally make it. And it's done, and now, yes, now everyone can just walk around and say, acknowledge me, you know, which is great. But now imagine if I had that for the wedding. Oh, now that would have been great. I would have definitely walked around and been like the whole time.
I ain't gonna lie, I probably would have stood up there with the blue one on my strap the whole time, on my shoulder.
Oh my gosh. Oh, but again, another great week for wrestling, especially this weekend. We do have a very memorable weekend, this Memorial Day weekend, of course, of wrestling.
You there.
Yeah. And last week, as we talked about, we did go over our preview for the WWE's Night of Champions, Day of Champions show in Jeddah. And pretty much nothing's changed on that show, except for the fact that we do have 3 women's matches at that show. 3 women's matches in a show in Jeddah. Okay. I guess they really want to push the boundaries there, apparently, you know, and for some reason, I don't know, but that's just me. I don't know. That's just me. So, but we're not really going to, we already kind of talked about all those matches. So this week, it's all about Double or Nothing, AEW's show on the 28th. And so far, they only have 9 matches announced. Only, by the way, because I guarantee you'll get maybe 4 more matches announced this week. But it looks like we do have a chat here. Looks like we have from Enya, the We Black. And what's up?
Yo. Hey, I want to give that's a buddy of mine. Once again, you know, shout out to Imaginary Vision Studios. He just turned 40 years old. So he's the first of many of my particular 1983 friends.
Okay.
He's actually the second one. We got about, I think, 5 more.
Very cool. Very cool. Yes, we're all old here. You know, getting old. Sauce turns 40 later this year, and then I turned 39. So yes, we're all hitting that mark pretty quickly. But yeah, well, you know, you said it's his birthday today, or you said
it was over the weekend.
Oh, well, then happy belated birthday, my friend.
Yeah, I think my buddy, I think our buddy Nate's, I think is the first 83 in our group. So shout once again, hey, happy 40th birthday! Shout out to you. We actually
Yeah.
had a pretty good time. We actually had a pretty good time. Yeah, and we out in Ferndale. We went back to Detroit Axe Throwing Company. And yeah. So real quick, I know we're going to get ready to talk about wrestling, but at Detroit Axe Throwing Company, so upstairs is where they throw the axes and stuff. I don't know if you remember if I told you about this a few months ago back in February. It was Big O's birthday.
Yeah, I remember you said you went to that place for it. Yeah.
So upstairs is where they throw the axes, and downstairs, they have like the little bar restaurant. But what's interesting is there's a wall. They have a whole bunch of like board games and card games. Like you can just go up there and just grab a board game, they have a lot. So you go up there, you can just pick up, I don't know, Sorry, and sit down, sit at your table and just play, sit there just play board games,
Hey, that's pretty cool. I mean, I tell you right now, my wife, she would definitely be into that, and there's other people that would love to play board games or card games while other games are happening like that. So
yeah,
cool idea. So I'm all for that. And looks like we do have another chat here. We do have that from Avery. We got
yeah.
And of course, to go along with that, we got CBM, and that is the fact of life.
That.
That.
Shout out to CBM.
Yep. And then, of course, we got a downtown guy with the yo. Hey, yo, we gotcha. Nice talking with you. Nice seeing you, man. So
real quick, I guess before we get to the nitty gritty, can I bring up the socials real quick?
Oh, absolutely. Bring them up. Throw them here. Bam. Throw them on.
So once again, the blue one is the Twitter and the golden one is the Instagram. So I didn't realize this, but in the words of Arn Anderson, when he was re-announcing Ric Flair coming back to WCW, I am such a goof because I didn't realize that the Instagram was set to private. So, which was why we wasn't getting no traction. So I feel like an idiot. And yeah.
Okay. It's okay, man.
So once again, the blue is for the Twitter and the gold is for the Instagram. And as far as our goal is try to post every day or whatnot. Especially I know like on Instagram, because I run the Instagram, so at least try to make sure to acknowledge wrestlers' birthdays and whatnot, and do a wrestler day type of deal. Try to repost news is going on inside the world of pro wrestling. So
I like it. So yeah, basically we do have a big weekend for wrestling, and we did already kind of do our preview of Night of Champions. Now we do have AEW's show because again they're going head to head. Well, on the same weekend, I should say, and they are going against for their second big show of the year, Double or Nothing. They do have 9 matches announced, and they'll probably announce 5 or 6 more matches this week. And I wish I was joking about that, but they'll probably announce another 3 matches for sure.
They will.
4 will get put on the 0 hour show or whatever. That's just how it usually works. But we do have 9 matches to talk about. Some good, some odd, some could be sleeper hit. I don't know. But yeah, we got something here. But we do have one more chat here before we go. Start on this. A couple more actually. We'll go back to Enya. Yep. We got we played Operation, Taboo, and Uno. Taboo, man, I haven't played that in a while. That's
what we played. Taboo. I was trying to explain this to y'all. I was trying to explain this to y'all when we was at shout out to fine guy Dudley. Happy 43rd birthday. You are old as hell now. Congratulations.
Yep. There you go.
So that was when we were celebrating his birthday at at the local bar. That's the game. I couldn't remember the name. After having like 8 dirty blondes. And
the drink, or was it the drink?
Heyo. But yeah, that's what it was. We played Taboo. So the funny part was Uno. So we had a few people at the table who I quickly found out were borderline germaphobes, and their anxiety went through the roof when they realized they had to touch those cards.
Oh my gosh. Uno could also be a very aggressive, very hectic game, and very, so, oh Lord, I bet that was going. That was fun.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's fun. So I just had to put that on there because I just haven't seen Taboo in a long time. So, and we do have D-Town guy here. Did you hear about that movie that Liv Morgan and Charlotte will be starring in? And it called Queen of the Ring. I have not heard anything about this. This is news to me. Sauce, do you hear anything about this?
I'm assuming. Well, me personally, I'm assuming it's some type of puns of sorts, or maybe it's future booking.
Yeah. You know, I mean, who knows? She got hurt. I know that. Liv Morgan's hurt, and so is Dakota Kai. They actually got hurt in the same match, apparently. So they're, gone for a while. But I'm not sure if that has anything that was already filmed. But yeah, maybe I have to do some research into it, Except that might be bad. If you go on the computer and you start typing in women's wrestling Queen of the Ring video. 8 trillion nope, those are different videos. Hold on, different videos. Gotta get through to the right stuff here. And then of course we have Papa Mafia in the house, and we got yeah, as always, great. And he gives some love for you, Sauce. Sorry we missed you last week.
Oh yeah, my body was just falling apart.
It's hey, we're old, man. We're old men, so it's okay. We will survive. But we do, like I said, we do have a show to go over. It's so funny when you have your thing pull up about all the matches. It's like, oh my god.
Yeah.
So we do have. Let's start off with the Ocho. Let's do this. We got the Ocho. We've got the Lionheart. We got the Wizard. We got the Joker. No, not the Joker. He wasn't Joker. He was the Wizard.
The Ayatollah roll, rock and roller.
The man of 1,004 moves. We got Chris Jericho himself facing off against the returning Adam Cole. So it's like, okay, and then they also put this as an unsanctioned match, which basically is anything goes match. Basically.
Yep.
And this is interesting to me. Like, Jericho obviously could put in any match and make the match work. People have been waiting for Adam Cole to come back, including us, and they've been kind of holding on to this. Like, he came back like a month ago, and then they're like, okay, he's not going to wrestle. Still not wrestling. And then they're going to hold on to it, tell him the pay-per-view. It's like, okay,
right.
Okay, it's fine, I get. Whatever, we'll kind of hold on to that. It's its own thing, I guess, but it's just kind of makes me laugh a little bit. I don't know. It's a lot of people I've been reading about was talking about Adam Cole and generally his health in general. Whether is he able to come back to wrestle at the high caliber that he was wrestling at? I don't know. And what do you do with him now once this match is over, regardless of the outcome? Because in a sense, you got to say Adam Cole has to win this return match, right? Like, he has to. Now, does he continue on this kind of what he's doing here, or does he try to go back with the Elite? Does he try to reform some other version of Undisputed Era? Obviously Bobby Fish isn't going to be here. That's its own thing. It's not going to, but still, there's a lot of different options he has, but I don't know. I think the match itself will be pretty good, but they got to be careful in the fact that they can't make it too crazy all over the place, because you also have the Anarchy in the Arena match, right? So Anarchy in the Arena, which I'm happy they're bringing back. I'm happy that's brought back. This sanction match, they can't just be running around the whole place and whatever. Maybe just outside the ring for a hot second or on the ramp, but that's about it. Like, just keep it to weapons, keep it to no DQ. You're gonna have run-ins. For God's sake, you're gonna have run-ins. Are you kidding me? I could. And then, as for the actual wrestling, it'll be okay, I guess, but I don't know. Like I said, Jericho, he can put anybody over. Great guy. Adam Cole's good. It's a match I'm not really looking forward to, I guess. So what are your thoughts,
boss? First thought, I'm looking forward to this match. I'll just keep my fingers crossed that Adam Cole survives the match. He's got a veteran like Jericho in there. Jericho is a guy that, he always prides himself on not getting hurt. But I'm sure he's also a guy that prides himself on not getting others hurt, hurting others in the ring. So that's the first thing. Second thing, what are your hey Doc? What are your chances that Britt Baker shows up in this match?
That's a good question.
I'm saying 70%. I'm 70%
A
chance that
small percent, a small percentage. Yeah, I'd say a small percentage of shit that she'd show up. I mean, it's
and
just a match back, so I'd say, yeah, I'd say it's a good percentage for that.
then second, the other thing, the next point. Obviously, I definitely agree with you. Mr. Adam Cole definitely has to. He's definitely got to win this match because otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
And then, see, next point is, what was my other? Oh, and you said, where do we go from here? Well, if he's like anybody else, I mean, it's not a matter of if it's just a matter of when he shows up on AEW Dark.
Oh gosh. Well, no. What about Collision? Because they gotta have tempo for Collision.
I forgot all about that. Jesus Christ.
Yep.
all they had to do was make Rampage 2 hours. It wasn't that hard to do. But that's here or there at this point. But as far my overall thoughts for the match, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, obviously looking forward to it. And and of course I agree. Cole's got to win this match.
Yeah. There's no question about it. He has to win. It has to be convincing too, which I know Jericho will make it look good. He'll make it look good. He'll make it, but they're gonna whatever run-ins are gonna happen in the match are gonna happen, but it's gonna be Adam Cole with the clean victory and an unsanctioned match. And again, unsanctioned matches over the years, there's been a few, but it's always hard to top. Like my personal favorite is Triple H Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam. That was my favorite unsanctioned match ever because in that sense, they really utilized the idea of an unsanctioned match because they didn't know how well Shawn Michaels was going to be able to wrestle, honestly, like come back from his injury.
Yep.
And obviously that proved that he was able to and moved on to have a really great career, second career, as I like to call it, from his back injury. So, but as for this, yeah, Adam Cole wins and just moves on to hopefully better things than Dark or anything like that. But
right,
let's hope. All right, so let's see. Moving on. I'm just oh Lord, I'm like looking at a list here, and I see your list, but I have mine here, so I'm just gonna go on.
Hey, listen. Just do what works for you, Doc.
Yeah, I know. So we have Ethan Page and the Guns versus the Hardy Party. Yeah, Hardy Party, guys. Come on. What's this? Oh, I forgot. It's a 6-man match. And if the Hardy Party wins, Matt Hardy will own Ethan Page's contract. Okay. Yeah. And at that point, you've already lost me, right? Tell me why, Sauce. Why? In God's green earth, why would you stick the returning Jeff Hardy, who came back, a few weeks ago, and
in Detroit,
in a 6-man tag match? Why would you stick him in this? Like this match should go on the pre-show. Like to me, this is a pre-show match. This isn't even a regular card match. But if this was the Hardy Boys versus another top tag, like if this was Hardy Boys versus the Guns, and maybe it was like a number 1 contender match or something, then I would be more excited about this match.
Yep.
But by putting this as a 6-man tag with Ethan Page, which I'm sorry, I don't care. I don't care at all. And it just makes this match a snooze fest. It makes this match a match I'm going to go to the bathroom, or if I have something else going on, that's all. It's I don't know. That's just my thing. So, I mean, if I had to even say a winner for this match, I almost don't want the Hardys to win. So then they won't continue this Hardy Party thing going on with this. Maybe they'd but it seems more likely that the Hardys will win with Hardy Party or whatever. So I will go with them for the winner on it. But I'm not just, I'm just not looking forward to this match, or I'll find a way to kind of, go, host, for our party, or go the bathroom, or something else. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts though, Sauce?
I'm going with the I'm going with the firm for the key factor is the biggest key factor is how long is until Jeff Hardy, how long until the match until Jeff Hardy relapses and has to go back to rehab, before the end of the match is over with.
Oh gosh.
I mean, at this point, I really 10 years ago, yes, I was, all about Jeff. 5 years ago, hey, it's all about Jeff. Now, 2023, I can care less. It's not a matter of if, it's just a matter of when he's going to do something stupid and basically do something crazy outside the ring and then go through this another loophole. I don't even want to get into it. But yeah, this is definitely a snooze fest. This is bathroom break, go grab another burger, another beer. This is right. I mean, right now I'm saying booty cheeks worthy, but we'll see.
Oh my gosh. So we have a chat here from CBM with a nice deep cut here going with AEW is going after the 12-year-old girl demographic with Willow. Oh, you know what? I could almost see them bring back the Willow gimmick. And here's how it would go. It would be Jeff Hardy just telling Tony Khan, "Oh, I'm going to do this," and you're like, "Okay, Jeff, sorry, you do whatever. That's fine. I'm just glad you're here. Thank you." And that would be how it would go. And you know what's crazy is if he did the Willow gimmick, they'd make money on it, merch wise. The people who bought that stuff up in Impact TNA Wrestling, they bought it all up there. So it was oh gosh, Willow. I'm in my head now. I'm just like, oh Lord. Why we never got a Willow versus the Fiend thing when they were both in WWE. He'd have his umbrella, with the spiral, and then Marty Scurll comes out, and he's like, "I'm the umbrella guy. You can't. There's only one umbrella guy." And then you have a random Jeff Hardy, Marty Scurll match. Yeah, this went down the rabbit hole pretty quick, and as CBM has said here. Yeah, the umbrella sold like gangbusters. Yes, it did. Yeah. And I want to know if Jeff Hardy got pretty much all the money for that because it literally was just his character that he made up like years ago.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but you know what? All I care about is that maybe we'll find we already went to the Hardy compound. Let's go back into the Lake of Resurrection. Maybe we can get Willow back. So and yeah, that was a real thing. It's not a thing from Legend of Zelda. That was a real wrestling thing.
Yeah. They should have oh God, they could have just put. I'm old. Oh
no, we're gonna get broke. We're gonna get broke, and then we're gonna get delete. Now that was good. Delete. Oh my gosh, we will get deleted by the end of the night. But so yeah, again, not much else to say about it. I'm gonna go with the Hardys. Probably they're gonna win, just get the little pop from fans. Look how far the Guns have fell too. By the way, look at that.
Oh yeah, it's all because of booking by Papa Khan because he just
FTR guys, FTR's back. We want FTR. They gotta win them. They gotta win the belts. It's like okay. Well, I'll try them against like your really hot team that you claim. No, they gotta lose the belts. They gotta lose them. The Guns will win. It's better for that. Like, well, no, that doesn't make sense because two hot teams. Nope. Cool. And McClaim, your biggest merch seller right now. That's cool. But TK, it's okay. It's okay. Tap tap. It's like tap tap. But yeah, I know, right? So moving on with the show, we do have oh Lord, okay. This stupid match, this stupid title, this stupid streak, but it is Sauce's favorite women's wrestler, Jade Cargill, will face off legitimately my favorite women's wrestler, Taya Valkyrie. Yes, I've loved Taya for years. If you've known me, I've loved her for years and years. And we finally get this match. Oh, I'm sorry. We already had the match. we already had the match, which, you know, let's go back to that match. Jade completely botched the finish to the point to where Taya basically rolled her eyes in the ring and then took the pinfall. But completely botched finish. But now we finally get a rematch, for it at the show, which is where it should have been at the first place. We should have just had the match here. And at this point, it has to be Taya. Taya has to win. Because why would you bring in a top women's wrestler from like international women's wrestler, and have her lose? Unless she loses like some disqualification, because there really hasn't been many of those. Jade, they've been like all about the wins to rack up the win-loss record, but not many like disqualified wins or like anything like that, because that would count as a loss. But I can see something like that happen, no contest, loss, or whatever. But Taya needs the win. It just makes sense at this point because people are just over Jade Cargill. They have her go out there and beat some rando, whether it's just a rando from Dark or just a local talent, and then it's over. It's I know, and it's like, yeah, it's Goldberg. It's exactly what they did for him, but like no one cared, near the end on that when they jumped up into his record so much. But yeah, to me, Taya has to win this match, and I don't know that there isn't much else to it. Jade really needs to be humbled by us other wrestlers to really try to show her that look, you may have gotten better, a little bit better wrestling. I'll say that. I'm going to say that for sure, but not much. I mean, not in the fact that you're just holding this title stranglehold, the secondary women's title, right? Because like all I look at this title is how you have the Raw and SmackDown women's titles. Is that's how this belt is. This is like, I'm not calling it Rampage title, but it's basically the second women's title you have in AEW. But she's had it like, it's different too. It's like when you have Charlotte Flair have the women's title for months on end, but she defends it and she actually can wrestle, then it makes the belt worth something, Yeah. When Rhea Ripley has it and defends it, it's worth something. Her wins are more, but not Jade Cargill, not at all.
And not Liv Morgan.
And definitely not Liv Morgan. No, she always just was good at chasing the belt. That was why, Yeah. But CBM has a good point right here. What is Awesome Kong doing right now? Why doesn't TK bring her against Jade? If I remember,
she's semi-retired.
I thought she retired because of something with her back. She had surgery or something. I know she had a kid a while ago, but I know that she either had surgery or something. That's what I thought. And then she said she was going to retire. But if none of that's true, that would be awesome. Definitely not pardon the pun. That is the pun. But that would be really cool to see. But that would have to be some kind of match where it's like, I want to do an open call to anybody, blah, blah, blah. And then you hear, Awesome Kong's music. People are like, what? So that would be cool. I'd buy that for $1. But as for with Taya now, no, Taya has to win this match. It would, there's no way around it. And I'll tell you right now, I would love them to bring Morrison out to the show as well. Absolutely. Because like, why not? He's been around to every other indie wrestling company. I'm sure if they want to do like a one-time thing to come out to, be her like not manager, but just support for her. That'd be cool. Oh gosh. And then CBM, well, Raka Khan needs money to pursue her great lawsuit. So why not her? Oh gosh. Yeah, Raka Khan has lost her mind. Lost her absolute mind. Okay. I can't believe a judge has even considered her ludicrous lawsuit against The Rock and many other entities, including Home Depot and whatever else, multi-billion-dollar lawsuit. She has lost it in her head. And yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely. So no, she didn't have all that going on to me. Oh yeah, and then look at CBM's got see Johnny Dynamite has a nice ring to it, doesn't
Well, I
it?
thought, well, I thought he when he showed up AEW for a minute, he was Johnny Elite.
Yeah, I think he was Johnny Elite, but I'm not gonna lie. I think Johnny Dynamite kind of works too. You know, like he'd be like, I don't know who Johnny Elite was. Now it's Johnny Dynamite. You know, but
It's about to be Johnny Collision.
oh my god, oh god, that's a whole thing. That's gonna be a whole thing. We'll be previewing that back next month when that show starts and that glorious show, Saturday show, because Saturday shows always work so well. What can I say?
But I would say my quick thoughts. I believe it when I see when I got Kargberg winning this match. I believe it when I see it when she loses. At this point, these 500, she's been champion 500 days now, over 500 days. All she's fighting, like I said, is she's just fighting jabronis. It's like Tony Khan can't find any woman on the roster besides Athena and the other chick that was with Vicky Guerrero. I can't think of her name right now. It's like that's the only two women I can think of that are not, local talent that she's fought. And at this point, it's just, I've been over there for like a year.
Chris Statlander? Was that what you were talking about? Okay. Yeah. Okay.
No. Nyla Rose, I was thinking about too. But yes,
there we go. Yep.
And that was probably the best. Nyla Rose was probably the best feud that Cargill has had holding it with that belt.
Oh yeah, because the irony behind it was the feud what made it good was because there was no wrestling involved in the build-up. It was all about the online presence. It was all about Nyla stealing the belt and this proclaiming her as champion. Everything was done on social media, so no wrestling had to be shown or done. So of course that's why it worked, and it did work. I remember,
and it made you care. And it made you care about the belt for those 3 months.
Yeah.
2 months, whatever. Yeah,
I was engaged. I was engaged on that for sure. So, yeah, but yeah, trust me, this is more just me wanting Taya to win, as opposed to like you said in your gut, how it is with Karberg. But I like it. Just looks like Karberg. So I'm still gonna go with Taya, my girl Taya. Come on, bring it home, girl. But we'll see. We'll see what happens on that. And I always like her too because on her socials and stuff, she posts a lot of stuff or whatnot, and she always loves her puppies, and she's got little cute Pomeranians. I don't know if you've ever seen them before, but they're very cute. So, but yeah. So moving on, we do have, as I aforementioned, we do have another Anarchy in the Arena match. I'm a little sad though because there is no Eddie Kingston, so that's sad. We no Eddie Kingston. I feel like he has to be in every one of those matches now. Like if he's a fan just eating popcorn, he just gets up out of the seat. He's like, "I'm in the match now too. Let's go!" But we do have in that match we have the Blackpool Combat Club versus the newly reformed Elite, with Hangman Page rejoining the Elite again. So we'll see if that sticks or if they just kick him out again. Who knows? At this point, because I've mentioned before in the past that I've never particularly been a fan of Hangman Page, honestly. Like ever since he was the lackey for the Bullet Club, right? He was just there like a lackey. I never looked at that guy and said, look, he's world champion. Their first show when he fought Jericho for the belt, there were people like, yeah, he's going to win. I'm like, hell, he's not. What planet are you on that they would give the belt to this guy over an established champion? Like, it was ridiculous. To me, they needed that main, I know off topic here, but that main event should have been something different. I know they wanted the AEW guy to be like in the main event with Jericho, but come on. No, I didn't think Hangman deserved to be that spot. It should have been somebody else, but that's neither here nor there. He has gotten a lot better, obviously. He's gotten a lot better, since from his Bullet Club days. But I still just, when I see him, I just kind of just don't see it. I try to equate it to other wrestlers, and I don't like doing that per se, but if I had to like equate it to another wrestler, I would probably have to say, like, let's see, almost like a Chuck Palumbo type guy or Mark Jindrak, but like from WCW. So again, if you didn't really watch him, well, Palumbo was pretty good in WWE too, in what he did in this tag team division, obviously. But those guys could wrestle. They were bigger guys and they could move. They could wrestle. They had a lot of stuff in WCW near the end of the WCW. But I would never see a world title on that guy. I would never feel like, this guy's world title guy, But I know it's a different time now. I'm not saying you have to be a big guy. It's all about the charisma. And he does luckily have that, especially when you have good rapport with the elite and other wrestlers too when you're doing that. So it's we got another chat here from CBM. I don't trust Adam Page doing his reverse tombstone. Jamoke doing such a dangerous move. I agree. It is a pretty dangerous move. It's and also he is the other guy that's exactly like a wrestler in the video game, where he's got all his supers locked up and he has to do all of them. Just make sure he does every single one of his moves, even if he's dead ass tired and he's like dying to get over the ropes to do the buckshot lariat. Which, by the way, it's it's obviously Adam Page. If you're listening, you're probably not, but if you're listening, that is the Logan Paul lariat. Now it's not not the buckshot lariat. It's the Logan Paul lariat. Yeah, just sorry. I mean, he did it better, so much better than you.
So much better.
We do have another chat here. We got for Hassan Terrell. We got hi there, guys.
What's happening, Captain?
How you doing? Thanks for joining us for a little bit of wrestling chat.
So you excited about AEW? So Hassan, you excited about AEW? Let us know.
Let us know anything about match wise. Excited for? You're not excited for? Yeah, we're all here for it all. So
I'll be honest. Well,
yeah. I heard a yeah. Wait, yeah. There we go. Okay, see, I just get yes throughout my house. That's all good. I like it.
So my quick thoughts about this match. One, I'm all for it because last time they did this, they had Moxley's music playing like for the first 15 minutes of the match. It was great until Jericho had to be a hater and shut off the sound system. But it was just great how that was that. Also, I think the same pay-per-view, but I fell asleep at 11 o'clock because the pay-per-view didn't go off till 1 in the morning.
It did, it was very long. There was 14 matches on that show. Yeah.
But as far as who Hangman Page reminds me of, yeah, I guess because I don't really know I wasn't really as far as knowing the full history as far as the whole Bulletproof Club, the Lackey.
Yeah.
Or whatnot with him. But to me, I guess because I see him a bit different, I see him as a guy that he could probably go in the ring here, not necessarily a paperweight champion, a transition champion, but he's a guy that, when he used the belt, I was pretty excited. But I guess if for some people who not big fans of him, I guess you could look at him kind of like the modern day Test. That's the way I kind of see it. But that's the way I could see it. But I know about Hangman Page. He's good on the mic. Yeah. He's pretty. He's decent in the ring. He does the Logan Paul area pretty decent. But as far as the Blackpool Combat Club, I'm really off. I'm all for them winning it. Winning this match. As far as the way this is going, I see this as being, they're going to do a few more matches, few more feuds. So I can see, both these guys doing program for a minute. And I feel like with I see, Combat Club, pulling the upset here. So that's all I'm looking for.
Yeah, I think, that actually is a good way to put it, because, and by the way, someone's music has to keep playing too. Like you did. That was such a fun part.
I hope it's Hangman's. I hope Hangman's music plays for 20 minutes.
They get so mad.
and everybody in the crowd just keeps yelling cowboy shit the whole time.
Well, you know what would be funny is if like they hit it, but they do it to where it's purposefully like they hit it and it kind of scratches into "Carry on my wayward son," and it like
oh my god,
you know what I'm saying? Like
I cannot listen. I cannot listen to Kansas. I cannot listen to Kansas for 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes straight. I can't do it. If I was there, if I was watching it live, I would have to mute that television because after a while, like, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, obviously they're going to have a lot of crazy stuff go on. Like in the last match when they went into like the freight elevator, that was so fun. It was like, okay, bye guys, and they're like, camera guys, like, all right, let's go. Like, okay, they're gone now. We gotta go. You know, so you're gonna see some fun spots here and there. Obviously the Young Bucks are gonna do some crazy spot here or whatever, and it's gonna, yeah. It seems like to me, yeah, it has to be I keep wanting to say the Beatdown Clan, but not the Impact, but a Beatdown Clan. No, the Blackpool Combat Club, and they're gonna win. Yeah, I mean, because look, I'm gonna have prop bets about how many times, how many super kicks, drink for every super kick. You'll be drunk halfway through the match, probably, and then how many Cesaro swings, you know, how many European uppercuts. You'll be very, very drunk by that time.
Yep.
And no, but it has to be the Combat Club. It'll probably be the ending will be, if I had to just guess the ending, like how it's going to end, like who gets the win, probably, I don't know.
Going to league? Going Combat Club? What we doing?
Combat Club. Yep.
Right.
Yeah, I'm going with you, Combat Club. I think probably just like Moxley just like choking out Hangman Page. I think Hangman Page takes the loss is what happens, right? And then that will determine
like
whether
a true lackey.
Yep, yeah, he'll take the loss, and then they'll either kick him out or they'll keep him in for whatever extended time or something. But yeah, that's what I think will probably happen. But that's just me. That's me on that. But oh, excuse me. Yeah, it should be entertaining though. You know, as long as they kind of have, they're going to have some kind of high spots off of like some of the rafter areas or those higher areas onto the mezzanine areas or whatever. They're going to go through the hot dog stand or the merch table. Hey, go up to the merch table, be like, I would yell at someone, be like, buy my merch. Like if I was the Elite, I'd play that up too. I'd be like, hey, buy, sorry, get a pin out, sign it. There you go. Let's go. Like I would play that up so much. And it would be fun. It would be a kind of a fun spot, I think. Yeah, I'm just glad they're bringing this back. I'm glad they're bringing this match back. But if I saw Eddie Kingston sitting there eating popcorn and then he just gets in the match, I'll absolutely lose my mind. I'll lose my mind. So, because remember,
we all would,
because he has issue with Claudio. Because remember, he lost to Claudio at the Ring of Honor show. So, you know what? That'd be long-term storytelling, wouldn't it? If he just came out and he's like, "I'm still got beef with you."
He still walks out like he's late for a meeting.
Yeah,
he just got that walk like say he's there for like it's like 1 o'clock. He there for his 12:15 meeting.
Yeah, they're like, "Hey, don't you need to get your wrestling in the gear?" He's like, "I got it on. This is why." Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, okay. Never
just walks out with a t-shirt and jorts on. And a backwards Yankee hat ready to go.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Oh man. But so unless you got anything else for the anarchy in the arena.
I'm good.
Yeah, we got but before we go on, we do just remind everyone that we do have our social media spots here. Thank you. Sauce made these nice little QR codes. But we have our Twitter in the blue. And then we have in the gold our Instagram, which now has been unlocked now because we accidentally had it on private. But
yeah, my bad, guys. I had it on private.
It is all good to go now. So we try to post stuff on there, as much as possible. You guys can post and comment stuff wrestling wise, wrestling pictures or memes or, just yelling on there. Hey, yo, that works all the time. Anything, everything. We like it. We're trying to just grow our fan base up a little bit, and we appreciate that from you guys. So, I mean, so like I said, just pop a thing and say, hey, and we'll be like, what's going on? And we'll follow you back for sure, So, but it looks like we do have another chat here. What is that right here from CBM? Eddie Kingston would come out to settle the feud on behalf of the DCC, which disbanded 6 years ago. Oh my God. Yeah, pretty much. Could you imagine? Could you imagine that? But he would. It would be in character for Eddie Kingston. It would be in character for him and I would be all for it. So please, wrestling gods, please let that happen because it would just be so funny.
Just shine that wrestling guys just shine down upon us.
Oh gosh! Wait, I only knew one other person that did this, and they were the biggest heel in wrestling history. The biggest heel. He always did this. Oh man, I can't even talk about that guy, man. Now that'd be for another show. But anyways, we our next match we do have is the women's match that I'm actually looking forward to. Is you have Jamie Hayter versus Toni Storm. Now. This just got announced last week, but I'm excited for it. The whole Outcast group is still just not working for me. It's your WWE girls. That's what it is, and it's like I don't know what else to say about it. I like Jamie Hayter as champion, but then I like Toni Storm when she was champion. That's the thing, And then the whole interim thing was annoying. And then they finally made her reign become a real reign, thank God. And then she loses to Jamie Hayter, which that was a good match, and I was excited. Right. But then the heel turn for kind of no reason, and then now you have the Outcast group. So it's like you guys are trying to be like DX and NWO combined. You're trying to be like this weird type of group, and it's just not working. I'm sorry, when I see Toni Storm or Ruby Soho coming up to beat me up, I'm like, I just kind of hold their head while they're like, oh my God, you can't attack me. You know what I'm saying? What that?
Yeah, I'm just gonna follow the nearest remote and just smack.
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. I don't see the threat there. And that. Well, why do you think they don't go after Jade Cargill? Because in storyline wise, they could let's go after that title. Yeah, really. She could probably do that. Just start slamming her arms around like Zangief style. Here, it's sauce.
What was that? No, what was that? The Simpsons when I think Barkley was right. If you get hit, it's your own fault.
Yep, there we go. Oh gosh. So, again, you have the Outcasts, and they're going to interfere in the match. You just know they're going to interfere in the match. And Britt Baker has been coming out with Hayter, right? So she's going to be there. So either they're going to get kicked out, referee's going to get sick of it, and then the referee does wait, you're out of here, because they've been interfering.
Aubrey's hands.
Oh, yeah.
Aubrey's hands goes, you're out of here. Hold on. You're out of here.
Yeah.
Talk about how big her hands are.
Right.
Your guys are out of there.
There we go. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like something like that's going to happen. It's the most logistical reason to get her out of the match, get the other people out. It makes sense if Toni Storm wins. If they really want to keep pushing the Outcasts as champions, and they would have to push, then one of them would have to become a champion. Okay? I'm fine with that. And I like Toni Storm's reign as champion. But this whole, she doesn't exude any type of, we saw a match, actually. We were just at AEW here in Detroit, and she had a match against Allison Kay, who wrestled under Sienna in Impact Wrestling. She's the current Clash Wrestling Women's Champion here in Michigan, in Metro Detroit. And it was really cool seeing that, because she had a match literally 3 days later here in Allen Park, and it was pretty cool. It's and they actually had a pretty good match. I was like, and Toni Storm's going to win the match, but it was just kind of sloppy, You know, it wasn't really like on her behalf. Like she just kind of was going through the motions. Just didn't look like the same Tony Storm, you know. So I'm just hoping she doesn't. It's not getting burnt out like she did in WWE, where she literally just kind of took her bags and left. I mean, she told him she wanted to leave. It wasn't she didn't like, but she said, "I'm done." And I just hope it's not something similar to it, because I like her, and because Paige isn't doing much more, isn't doing the wrestling. You know, it'll all be Tony Storm or Ruby Soho, and
yep.
I don't know. To me, if I had to pick a winner for this match, I'd say, see, Britt Baker come back, do this, do that. Tony Storm will win, but everyone gets knocked to, like a new person joins the Outcasts, and then that person has them win. So when Solo Sikoa at Clash of the Castle.
Yeah.
Remember, Usos got kicked out. Everyone got kicked out. So you thought McIntyre was going to win, but then Solo came out and then helped him. Reigns retain. It's going to be some new person to join the Social Outcast, and then we're going to cause to where Tony Storm wins the women's title. So, what's your thoughts?
I mean, my thoughts is, as far as the Outcast, I mean, they're trying. They're kind of like the Judgment Day of AEW right now.
That's a good way to put it.
They're just there, don't really care about them, but don't really hate them. I just don't see a reason why Hater's going to lose his belt. Because I think eventually what's going to end up happening is it's going to be a program worked. Eventually, it's going to be a program between her and Britt Baker. I think that's what they're eventually going to head towards, as far as Hater's reign. And this would be definitely, one of the better women's matches. As far as that goes. Trying to think. Anything else I'm leaving out? Evie Stone left unturned. It's definitely going to be a lot of interferences. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like to see a few antics, from as far as the Outcasts themselves. Get that green spray paint out. Have Paige, like you said, I can see them adding a third member, because at this point, Paige is pretty much a manager.
Yeah.
Yeah, we like, even she realized, wrestling for me, as a career, this just ain't it no more. Like, the only time I think you'll see Paige now, if she's in the ring, she's got to be involved in some type of tag match where she'll come in, get a couple moves in, and live to walk another day. So at this point, definitely, some type of interference, something's going to happen where I think, Hater's walking out with that belt and retaining.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, I agree. I mean, that's just, I agree with most of that. I still again, except for the finish, I still think Storm she'll win. But if Hater won, I would be happy too. I'd be happy, because she deserves a good reign, and she has had a pretty good reign right now. It's just kind of seeing with the women's division right now, with Taya Valkyrie trying to go for that TBS title. Say she doesn't win that, do they still keep her and have to go for the women's title? Does Britt Baker get put back into the fold now that there's a show Collision? Are they gonna have the women's title go on there too? Does the TBS title go on there? Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah,
I don't know. That's the thing. It's I don't know. Who knows? But yeah, But I'm excited for this more so than the Jade Cargill match. I'll tell you that for sure. Oh Lord. Oh man. But moving on, we do have the 21-man blackjack battle royal, which literally I can't even remember how those rules work for that. I can't. I know they do it. I always forget. I don't remember. Do you even remember at all how that worked, Sauce?
Isn't somebody? Oh no, I'm thinking about the one where they have the Joker.
Yeah, see, that's something different, I think. Yeah. So this, I don't know. It's a battle royal with 21 people, right? So it's for the international championship. So obviously, you have Orange Cassidy defending his title against literally 20 other people. Cool. All right. That's good. Now, again, if I remember correctly, it's a battle royal. So what? just over the top rope.
Yep.
Maybe pin and submission will be added to it. I'm not sure exactly because, again, I tried looking up the rules, literally couldn't find them. So maybe they'll explain them because, remember, they don't explain anything before their matches. They just don't do it.
Barely. They barely do. Like the only time they really explain something is usually like if it's like the main event.
Yep. Yes, like the Iron Man match, they explained that, or pure wrestling matches they will and stuff like that. But yeah, no, they just oh my god.
I mean, the only thoughts I'm gonna give is I just see Orange Cassidy winning. I'm sorry,
Retaining. Yeah, he has to retain it because like it's so weird. It would be really ridiculous to have him lose. Unless there's some surprise person in this match, some rando surprise person that we don't know of to come in and win the match, win it, then like I'd be like, oh, okay. Like I'll tell you right now, if Miro was in a minute, he'd be a great champion. He'd be a great international champion. Like I think that'd be sweet. And he would like destroy him, and then he would take the belt and defend it on like Collision. And then whatever show he's going to be on. So I would, if again, he's not even confirmed to be in that match. They only have a couple people confirmed for the match. And it's like, I don't think Aaron Solo or QT Marshall is going to win this match. Okay. I'm just saying. But yeah, so it'll most likely be Orange Cassidy. But on the outside chance if like Miro or was in there, I could see them booking it to him winning the belt as like the last person. But that's about it. Like I don't see any other thing for it. So that's it. Yeah, that's my that's basically, there isn't much else to it. Battle Royal with, oh, there you go. Nice. Hey, is there an orange? You gotta find the orange emoji. That'd be pretty cool.
I did, but I was going with the sunglasses. Hold on.
Oh, I got you. That looks good too. I like it. But
moving on, I guess.
So, all right. Well, so let's see what we got. What they tell you. Let me talk to you guys. We do have the next match, which this match I'm still just bizarre. I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this. Okay, so we have Wardlow versus Christian. All right, Wardlow versus Christian. Now, I've said this so many times. Wardlow, they don't have a clue what they want to do with this guy.
Yep.
They don't know how to book this guy. You had the guy before with the long hair and the ponytail and the singlet, and he was dominant, right? And getting the Goldberg-esque chants or whatever else, and he was winning. Fans liked him. And then literally donezo. Fans were just like, we're over this guy. Then they, put him in a couple feuds, this big feud with Powerhouse Hobbs. It's like, okay.
Joe.
Oh, Joe. Yeah, see, there you go. So his feud with Joe, great. That was actually a pretty good feud.
Yeah, I wasn't mad at it.
But then the random feud that you were having for the TNT title with Powerhouse Hobbs, where you're just jumping this belt back and forth, hot potato style, and it's like, what is going on right now? It's not no 24/7 or hardcore title. Like, what, and then there was this remember the whole storyline where like he got his car broken into, but it was like they acted like it really happened. It was all over the news, like the wrestling news and stuff. And I'm sitting here going, yeah, no, this is all work. I mean, they did a really good job of kind of making you feel like it wasn't a work, but yeah, it was a work, and it was ridiculous, and like, so then they're doing all this stuff with Wardlow, and now him and Christian got this thing, whatever. Wardlow comes out dressed up like Arn Anderson. I love Arn Anderson, legend on his own. I've loved him, but it's like Wardlow comes out now wearing like polo shirts tucked in to dress pants that look like capris because they're too short on him, because he's got these like weird stubby like legs, like the old wrestling figures where you're like this. That's how he kind of looks. So he looks ridiculous with this outfit. It's like when Batista would wear like the nice dressy clothes. He wore the clothes that actually fit him, and he actually
when Batista used to wear those tight ass pants when he came back as Blue Tista, but he used to wear those tight ass jeans.
Yep. And did you see what happened when he got pissed off? Boom! He ripped those things like they just shredded because, of course, they were. He like Incredible Hulk out of that. But the fact is that Wardlow, he just, I don't know what they'd want to do with him. Like they have him with Christian, right? And it's like, what is this storyline even about? It really doesn't mean it doesn't mean much at all to me. You still have Luchasaurus there. So he's going to be like, the muscle. And then we were again at AEW a couple weeks ago in Detroit, and they had this. He starts having this going on and on and on about something or another. But we just kept booing and chanting all through Christian's thing. I mean, to the point where obviously you're going to hear it on TV, obviously, but you couldn't hear it there because we were just doing whatever he was talking about. And it was like, okay. And then for no reason, Christian's like, get the ladder. Okay, get the ladder. And then they do the unprettier on the ladder. So guess what? That means we're having a ladder match at Double or Nothing. It's like, well, but why? Well, why is it a ladder match? Like what? Because you did ladder matches back in the day. I mean, was that really it? I don't know. The whole thing doesn't make sense to me storyline wise. Because all Luchasaurus is going to be is because ladder matches are by definition no DQ. So you're gonna Luchasaurus is going to come in there. He's going to be fighting against him the whole time, and it's going to be a whole cause of mess. It's like, and it's for the title too, right? Or is it not for? No, it's not even for the title. Or it is for the title.
Yeah, it's for the title.
Yeah, see, I keep forgetting he's a champion. So at this point, would you see Christian? I mean, I see you already put Wardlow, but would you see Christian even having a chance to win the title?
Only if Luchasaurus has a say in it. That's about it.
That's about it. I mean, I don't see any other way it would even because
real quick, Doc. Real quick, I would have more invested if this is Wardlow versus Luchasaurus.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll be like, okay, we got something here. Christian Cage, legend, great on the mic. I don't care about him being in the ring at this point in his career. I just don't care. And yeah, I just see Wardlow. Wardlow's going to figure out a way to win. He's going to basically figure out how to neutralize Luchasaurus and get the TNT belt and just stay just relevant enough to not drown in AEW Dark Purgatory.
Yeah. So you know what? Here's what I can totally see. I could see this work better. I can see them doing the match where Christian says it's me and Luchasaurus versus you in a ladder match. He's like, it's not a triple threat match. It's like he's on my side, and if he gets it, I'm a champion. But then Wardlow fights back and is able to destroy them both to make him look like a dominant champion.
I can see that.
To me, that makes more sense. So it's, I just don't know. Me
personally, if I was watching this, this would be a bathroom break match.
Yeah, probably. Because gosh, if Wardlow comes out and those black, shiny, sparkly trunks, a singlet again, I swear to God, when he wore that at the Revolution, it was crazy. It was very very shiny, sparkly. It's like, what are you wearing right now? That is not your character at all.
Nope.
So please don't do that.
Nope. But that's all I got.
No, hey, I feel you, brother. But we move on to the next match, which I'm pretty sure is my brother's favorite match coming up for sure. And it is for the AEW World Tag Team Championship, which you got FTR, Dax Hardwood, Cash Wheeler versus the JJJ team of Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. So wild slap nuts appeared. We got to watch out. And Black Machismo himself, which, by the way, if he came out to that, I would lose my mind. Even like a variation of the outfit. Tell me it wouldn't be great.
He come out with that spin.
Yep.
Yeah, see how I set you up for that?
Oh, absolutely. Oh, yeah, definitely. Any spin related things I'll be utilizing now. So this match, what can I say, right? Like, obviously, FTR, one of the best tag teams in the world, and going to face against Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. You know, I mean, what year is it? That's what I keep saying to myself. Like, I seen these guys in Impact Wrestling years ago, and then I saw them in WWE and then Ring of Honor years ago. So it's like, what? So here's my thing. On paper, obviously, it seems like FTR would win, but there's also another kink here, is that the Mark Briscoe is the special guest referee, right? So does Briscoe, for some reason, side with Jeff Jarrett and them? Does he keep it down the middle? I know, right? Exactly. Like, does he just? I don't know, but I could
That's
just.
what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. Is this something that you wouldn't see coming?
Yeah.
Because granted, he's been, getting a run. Basically, he's getting a run based off his brother's death, and I guess the crowd is 1,000% behind anything he does right now. As far as Mark Briscoe.
Yeah.
And I think that it'd just be a swerve you wouldn't see coming. Because in my mind, I'm like, why would he be a special guest referee? Because what purpose is he doing being here? That's the way I look at it. So I can see some type of swerve coming. And and the Briscoes are the strangers to being heels. So yeah, that's
absolutely, because think about it, it's against FTR. They had their big feud against them. This could be just one other way of like, we're taking you out again.
Yeah. Oh, you talking about the match where
where
he was with the chain, just trying to wrap the chain around his head.
Yeah, for like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
See, you did that better, and you're done. He was just on top of the rope and just like it was. I don't know what just hold the chain.
just put in your hand and bam, just
Oh my god,
that's neither here or there. That's neither here or there. But yeah, I could because for some reason I just feel like they put the belts on FTR for a minute, but it's like for how long? And I just feel like for some reason I just see Team Slapnuts walking out of the arena with those belts.
I really do too. I have a feeling that I call it Triple J. Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal.
Yep.
I see Slapnuts and Black Machismo walking out as well. Because you got to think too, they have they got Satnam Singh and Sanjay Dutt with them, so they're going to be causing interference. And whether Mark Briscoe is going to be there, Mark Briscoe might throw them out. Right, that's gonna be his part in the match. Like, you're gonna see Singh trying to, hit him, and Mark's like, "Oh, get out of here!" Like he's gonna do like, and people are gonna be like, "Oh my god, that's awesome! It's awesome!" So it's so you're gonna see that happen, and in my opinion, that is gonna happen there. But Slapnuts, they're gonna win with that swerve.
Yep, I agree.
Oh man, that'll be fun. That'll be fun to see there. But I did notice too, like again, before we get on to the main event, we do have it's interesting, there is no trios title match. I'm not saying we have to have one. Hell, they could announce one tomorrow on Dynamite, just because that's what they do sometimes. but I did notice that we did not have one. So that's only sad for me. Sad because I like seeing those guys wrestle. These guys are awesome. So, but don't be surprised if they do make some match, whether it's it goes on the pre-show or something. I'd like to see it personally. And then, of course, we'll, if you have the socials, we'll pop those back up here. Just kind of.
It's like you just read my mind.
It's like, get out of my head. Get out of my head. But yeah, as we were talking about earlier, we do have our social medias for Twitter and the blue, and the gold is the Instagram. And again, like I said, post anything you want on there, saying, hey, memes, pictures, artwork, you want to post a fun story, or just saying, hey. We'll, definitely respond back as soon as we can on that. We usually like when we'll start posting more stuff in the news, artwork, maybe stuff about my belts and stuff. I'll send Sauce some of my stuff so he can just throw it on the gram there, so people can be like, ooh, look at the stuff that he made, and it's like, meh, I appreciate it, but. Yeah, and like I said, we appreciate everything you guys say, because you know what? It's just us talking about wrestling. They can be all of us talking about wrestling. So, but yeah. Oh, excuse me. So, moving on to the main event. And before we go actually on that, we do have a chat from Papa Mafia. That thumbnail is fire.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we usually do a nice collaboration between me and Sauce. If there's something that kind of churns in my head for an idea, I'll either find some fun pictures, or I'll give him an idea of what we want to do. And we knew we both wanted to do the four guys for the fatal four-way match, but I said, nah, we got to keep Tony Khan in there. You got to get that stupid face he has almost all the time. So I'm glad that he did a great job as always. So.
I try my best,
So we do have the main event, the pillars of AEW, the four pillars of AEW, fatal four-way match. So we have Darby Allin, we have Jack Perry. He was a Jungle Boy. I don't know. He's serious.
He's
now.
A Jungle Man now.
Jungle Man. We have Sammy Guevara. And then, of course, we have MJF as the champion. Now, before I go into the match and stuff about the match, I'm just going to sit there and say MJF's winning. He's winning the match. Sauce is saying the same
thing. Water's wet.
Yeah. Now, does that mean this match isn't going to be good? No. This match is going to be pretty fire. This is probably going to be an amazing match.
Slobber knocker.
Yeah, it's going to be a great match. These guys have all know each other very well. They're going to put on a showcase. You really are going to see all everything pulled out, like the roots are going to be pulled out on this. They're going to put everything on the line, and it's going to be fun. Yeah, gosh, I'm just, it's finally happening. I'm glad it's happening. And when they started setting this up, but it was always just set to where it was like, well, okay, if you did want MJF to lose the belt. I'm not saying he could just, Sammy Guevara could pin Darby Allin, and then Sammy would become champion, because that's how fatal four-way rules work, but that would be stupid. That would be dumb to do that to MJF. It would only work in a triple threat match setting for a feud that had been going on for a while. Then maybe you could do that, and then it would set, but not in this case. This case, you're going to see everyone's going to get their shots in. Everyone's going to get their shots in, and you're going to see Darby Allin coming in there with a coffin drop. You're going to see him moves. You're going to see Sammy Guevara. I think Sammy Guevara is going to be the one in this match that comes out looking the best, I think, in my opinion. Yeah. I think he's going to be the one that's going to showcase that he is a top guy. Because they started doing that, like pulling him away from Jericho, and then just to have him go back with Jericho. And I thought that was, come on, you're the perfect chance for him to get away from that,
Yep.
But I was like, oh my God. But Yeah, it's like, oh, come on. How cool would that be? I think that he'll get Jungle Boy's not getting no push. Jungle Boy. Well, no, because he's in the doghouse for his asinine comments he had about wrestling and basically trashing the idea of wrestling. I don't watch wrestling, all that stuff. It's like, well, why are you even here? Why are you even here? I don't even stuff like that makes me so irate to think like you ain't hear that. It's like if you're not here because you want to be here, then there's a problem, right? That's with any job. If you're with any job you have, you're going to always do it better if you like being there, and that's we've talked about that already. We talked about that already with Triple H. And it looks like we do have a chat here from what's that? UGS 5 Sports TV. It's all about WCW, baby.
Hey,
what's funny is I actually a video that I have not made yet, but I am going to do a live pack opening for the Nitro game Get in the Ring trading card game. Yes, the game that came out back in 2000, and we have a nice pack opening right here. We won't be doing it tonight, but I am planning on doing that. So I have it kind of set up now. And I'm telling you, it's ridiculous as it sounds. So I'll have to make sure Papa Mafia knows about it, and we'll have a fun time with it. So, but yeah, so I think just if Jungle Boy doesn't want to be here, then don't be here. I'm not like ever since you're going with Luchasaurus. Do you care, Sauce, that he's been not doing much? Like no. Like Jungle Boy is not legitimately ever gonna hold any title. I would never see the only title he ever could have won was maybe the cruiserweight title. And again, I know we're talking about WWE, but yeah, that's what I mean. I don't see him winning something else. I don't
like in WWE because how small he is. He'll be great as far as selling merch and being like a cruiserweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
Like just how small he is, like definitely, I would call him a merch magnet.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm talking about. Like when they had him booked and beat Luchasaurus by submission, nonetheless. Yeah. Like I remember going like this, like what in the I get it. You had this long feud that was going on with him and then with Christian, but it's like really, what did I just see? And I think the fans are over it too, especially now that you're grown and I'm Jack Perry, Jungle Man, Jungle Boy, people no. So they'll sidestep him, whatever. Darby Allin, people still like him a lot. Little guy, he's never going to win the world title either, but he is just so over with fans, and and he really tries. It's kind of like when in Impact Wrestling you had Rockstar Spud. Rockstar Spud was great, and he went to WWE as Drake Maverick. He was there, Drake Maverick, and he was great. Great manager. He won a contest, basically a tough enough type contest in the UK, and he became like a wrestler. And he could wrestle, but he's just so little. So he became a great manager. He became a super great manager that could take some awesome bumps, and he would wrestle here and there too.
Right.
But that's what he reminds me of how like getting into the business and caring for it, unlike Jack Perry, who is like the opposite, basically, of him. So I want to see him whoop him a new one, because you'll see that those guys are going to be kind of locked in this match, size wise. It makes sense, and then Guevara and MJF will be kind of together more. Yeah, so you'll see that happen. And as for the time, I know we didn't really talk about the time for the other ones, so that wasn't really a big deal. But this one, they're going to give him the time. They'll probably give him 25 minutes, probably for this.
I'm saying 35.
35. Okay. I mean, it really just depends again because how many matches they have on their show. But yeah, I could say I'll revise mine from 25 to 29 minutes. But But yeah, for 35, I could see it. If that match, depending on how it goes, yeah, I can see it go that way. Now, who do you think? Because we both think MJF's going to win. Who do you think MJF pins or makes submit to win the match?
Oh, it's going to be Sammy. Is it going to work? I definitely feel like it's going to be Sammy for some weird reason, because I feel like they're going to work some type of program, continue to work some type of program together. I just had this weird. Oh, but real quick, while my brain's moving like 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
You know who should have been part of one of the four pillars? And not Jungle Boy. You know who should be in there instead of Jungle Boy?
Who's that?
Wardlow.
Wardlow, yeah.
Wardlow should be in the. He should be one of those four guys. But anyway, because I feel Jungle Boy, him pinning Jungle Boy, that's just low hanging. That's just too much low hanging fruit. Darby, I can see it happening. For some reason, I feel like it's going to be Sammy who he pins.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see two things happen. I could see a weird, well, not weird. I could see a double pin thing happen where Darby gets pinned by Sammy. Sammy basically works as Sammy pins somebody. I'll just say Darby.
Right.
And then MJF makes submit or pins Jungle Boy at the same time. Right? So the referee will count MJF's win, but the visual pin would look like Sammy also won or barely lost to that point to really emphasize the fact that Sammy would, like you said, push him forward for a feud with MJF, because if done correctly, you got to be really in sync in time with that. But it could work. You could have where he's trying to tap him out. Like, remember the Iron Man match? Remember when did not see him tapping out the referee or whatnot? Didn't see him tap. Didn't count. Like, didn't count because that's the visual thing on that. But if the ref didn't see it, the ref's paying attention to one, they're here, but Sammy Guevara is trying to get a pin behind him. So maybe something like that could happen, and again, make it look like Guevara is more strong. So, but yeah, MJF want to win, but Guevara will be either the one to get pinned or to look good, the best out of everyone involved.
Right.
But excuse me. But yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts on this Double or Nothing show. And it's again, they will probably literally add 3 more matches between now and Sunday. So, and it is, it is what it is. So, yeah, I'm excited for it. There's going to be some good matches here, but there's going to be some bangers. There's going to be some bathroom break matches for sure. And maybe we'll get a surprise or here or two. Who knows? You never know, honestly. But yeah, with all that kind of being said here, there's also again, full week in the wrestling, Saturday, Night of Champions. Sunday is both this and NXT's Battleground show, which basically we didn't really kind of go over that, but check out the card for that. You got the rematch of Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker. They're crowning a new women's champion. Had a tournament for that. They're crowning the women's champion, and it kind of goes on from there. And that should be good too. They're going head to head though. They're not doing it early. They're head to head against AEW's pay-per-view. So I was like, well, that's all right.
Yeah, good luck to them. That's how I feel.
One other thing too, before we get to the heat of the week, was they did confirm that the new World Heavyweight Championship that's going to be crowned from AJ Styles or Seth Rollins at Night of Champions will retain the World Heavyweight title lineage.
I heard about that because Randy Orton was basically the last person to win it.
Yep, Randy Orton.
The last person to hold it.
Correct. Yeah, because the Brock Lesnar thing does not count as him being the last champion. It only Orton is the last champion. So,
and ironically, today has been 1 year anniversary of Randy Orton not being on TV.
I know, pretty sad. I know. I hope. That's sad.
He's a billionaire. He'd be all right.
So that being said, we do obviously have our heat of the week that we have to get into. So, Sauce, hit us with it. Who is your heat of the week?
Listen, I gotta go with one of the goats. RP to the man Billy Graham.
Yep. There we go.
And I just wanted to read a few quotes, if you don't mind, Doc.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
One of his popular quotes: "I lift barbell plates. I eat T-bone steaks. I'm sweeter than German chocolate cake. How much more of me can you take?"
There we go, baby.
And
That's
then
about.
I got just another one for you, Doc. "I'm the reflection of perfection, the number one selection.
Yeah. See, look at that.
I
Yeah.
am the sensation of the nation. Oh,
No, keep going. You keep going, man.
I'm
Hit
the
me.
sensation of the nation, the number one creation.
Ah.
I'm the man of the hour, the man with the power, too sweet to be sour."
Oh, see, look, and like the precursor of so many wrestlers. You know, obviously Hollywood Hulk Hogan basically took his entire gimmick in a sense, you know, and then you have other wrestlers that, you know, on the mic skills, just the charisma. Yeah. We
And
we lost, we lost a legend there.
then one more for you, Doc. "I am the women's pet, the man's regret. What you see is what you get, and what you don't see is better yet."
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, I like it. And you know, I'm gonna have to make that also my heat of the week as well, just because everything he did for wrestling, again, how he was the inspiration of so many other wrestlers, and you know, and also, you know, not a sponsor, but definitely have to watch The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke, because he always reminded me of him, like a combination of a few different legend wrestlers, and
Mm-hmm.
fantastic movie. So I'm definitely have to watch that actually this week. So, and it does look like we have one more chat here before we go. CBM. Oh, I forgot. Yep, Friday is Impact Wrestling show Under Siege. So we do have a very memorable wrestling weekend, don't we?
Sure, everybody ain't mama wrestling this weekend.
Hey, you don't call Shelton Benjamin, you know, or Brodus Clay. They'll call their mama. Oh gosh, but yeah. So we again another great show. A lot of wrestling. Sauce will actually just letting everyone know. Sauce will be not here next week for next week's show. He's going to Colorado this weekend for Memorial Day weekend. So and we're gonna miss him. We're gonna miss Sauce. No, Sauce. But he will be on a plane, and I'm pretty sure. Don't think he's gonna have good reception there over the plane at that point.
No, I'm flying Spirit, so no.
Oh, absolutely not. No. Hell, they'll have seats in the cargo hold. They'll sell those, and that's what he's gonna get stuck with.
Listen, as long as I can play Zelda Tears of the Kingdom on the plane, that's all I care about.
There you go. But so yeah, like I said, we're gonna have we're gonna have a good week of wrestling, and we'll be back next week. But we appreciate everything, all the chats, everybody here, the new, old, and again, pop if you want to pop those on one more time, Sauce, for the.
Oh yeah, I got you, Doc.
Oh, thank you very much. So again, our socials on Twitter and Instagram. Just check them out. Post anything you like, you know, wrestling related, preferably. But again, we can work with what we got, so it's all good. And the Twitter is the blue, of course, and the gold is the Instagram. So, and hope to see you guys on there. And again, we'll follow you back and you know, have a good time with it. So, but unless you got anything else, Sauce, I think we had a pretty good show here tonight. So,
listen, all I gotta say is, ladies and gentlemen, Memorial Day weekend is upon us. Act like y'all got some damn sense out there.
yep.
If you gonna be if you gonna be overdoing it as far as the drinking, just stay your ass at wherever you at. If you at a friend's house, crash on their couch or sleep in their basement. If you at a bar, just somebody get an Uber. Just act like I got some sense, because I know there's a lot of people out there that can't hold their liquor, and and unfortunately, what's worse is when you have a group of people around you who allow it to happen. But that's a whole other thing. But as far as that goes, but on a lighter note, make sure y'all. I want y'all to make sure y'all eat good. Make sure y'all enjoy each other's company, because one thing I do like about holidays, it doesn't matter what holiday is. It's a moment where people get together who haven't seen each other in a long time. Get together, create memories. These moments where you get together that doesn't involve around somebody being dead. So with that being said, make sure y'all enjoy your weekend. Have some damn sense. On that note, listen, y'all stay happy, y'all stay healthy, and more importantly, y'all be good.